Hi Mugcord. We're playing Sonic Dash today. Just kind of I I've had like a weird day. Um and I'm very tired and I want to go to sleep. But I'm very good at like instead of going to sleep just doing other bullshit. So we're playing Sonic Dash. Let's decide who I want to play as though, because well, since the last time I played on Mugcord YouTube, a fair amount of new characters have come out, and they have also revamped the card system yet again into what I think is probably its best form so far. Although it's not without its faults, but I mean, I'm doing very well though. Look how many characters I've maxed. Every single common and rare character is done. Unfortunately, when we start getting to Epic, there's a lot more fringe cases like Grim Sonic and Mummy Knuckles. I think. Who else is there in this tier though? Galahad's almost there. Valiant Tales has a lot more work to do. Chrono Silver's doing okay. I maxed Infinite recently, so that's good. Valentine's Rouge's bad. Uh, Pyromancer Blaze is a good opportunity to talk about one of the more annoying things about this new upgrade system. Because basically, what they've done is instead of upgrading individual abilities, uh, you just bulk upgrade every ability all in one go, and the characters just have like a singular level. I believe the cap is level like 13 or 14 or something. Um, and it's just cards and rings, and it's a lot less rings, but it's a bit more cards, and that's kind of annoying because Pyromancer Blaze here, for example, I got the amount of cards that it would take to max her previously, and then I didn't do it because I didn't have enough rings. I mean, I did, but like I was like, I'm gonna run out of rings if I just max every character that comes out. So I waited, and now with the updated card count totals, I can no longer max Pyromancer Blaze. So rip me, Mayhem. Shop. I'm trying to go to sleep ostensibly. Um. Oh my god, that cat is loud. He woke me up at 5 in the morning today. That's why I'm so tired. Let's play Karate Knuckles. He's really cool. Um, but yeah, no, rings or whatever. Although the good news is now there's like rank rewards, and you can actually like get every character, like actually legitimately. It is even possible for me to upgrade characters that no longer had cards on the track previously. So like the Lego characters, and unfortunately these motherfuckers, um, I can keep upgrading them, so that's good. We've also got the combo system, as well as dash pads and motobugs, which are like they're pretty much adopted from a Sonic Dash 2 Sonic Boom. But they were pretty cool, so I'll take them. Look, it's even got the dodge mechanic and shit. Wow. And there's a dash pad. Crazy. But yeah, um, there's no updates, like, fine. I enjoy it. I haven't. I know it's a lot more cards to unlock characters at this point, but I'm sure that'll be fine. Um, I actually thought Karate Knuckles kind of sucked based on his render, but like his model is really nice and his animations are extremely good. So all of a sudden he went a lot higher on my little list. Um, but yeah, anyway, let's talk my day, because as I mentioned, the cat woke me up at like 5:30 in the morning or something, and I tried to get back to sleep, and I just couldn't. And my alarm was set for like 20 past 6, I think, because I had an opening shift at work today, and I was on until 5:30, so it was like, okay. So I want time to like wake up, have breakfast, shower, brush teeth, and then I had like a break during my normal or during the open shift and before like half 5. So I was like, okay, so I'm also gonna need some time to like make some sandwiches or whatever for myself, just so I'm not like dying. Uh, so you know, 20 past 6. I thought that was fine. Um, it was fine. It was actually a lot more time than I needed to give myself, but get to work, shift's fine. I've had a very particular hell happen over the past bit though, because I'm currently enrolled in like a photography course, like one for adults and shit, you know. Um, and it's very fun. I like it a lot. That's bullshit. Um, no, the photography course is very. Wait, you don't drop your combo upon reviving after death? That's crazy. um, but yeah, I'm in this photography course. It's very fun. It was either a 10 or 12 week course. I can't remember. But we would meet every Wednesday night. Um, Now we actually missed a week because like the guy doing the course had COVID 1 week. Um, but since it's like a like Lego Tales cards. But since it's like a paid course and everything, like he does owe us that week. So he was like, "Oh yeah, we'll just do that like after the term ends, basically." Um, so the term ended. We did our like exhibition. I got some of my photos printed at Tesco. They butchered the quality quite badly and really fucked up the colouring. My images are all very blue, but with Tesco printing, they all came out very green. But whatever. Got them printed, had a fun time. And then on the day of the exhibition, the teacher was like, okay, the 7th of December is when we are going to, like, meet up for the last class style, you guys, because I don't want to do a Wednesday night again because it's like always dark because you know it's winter in Scotland, you know, of course it's dark at Wednesday night. um and you know, yeah, no, that's so fair. um but problem, I couldn't have like reliably planned my work shifts around this, you know, like unconfirmed date or whatever. um so my managers had already put me in on that Saturday. Um, and I didn't like say anything on the day because I didn't want to like hold everybody else back for my own like unreliable schedules. I was going to just try ask my manager for the day off instead. Um, but like I wasn't sure how well that was gonna go because obviously like they had already decided the shifts and stuff like that. You know, this stuff's complicated. Um, but you know, whatever. I'll try. Uh, so I'm in work on like I guess like a Thursday. Yeah, yeah. The exhibition was on a Wednesday night. Then on the Thursday, I go into work. The not main manager is in. I basically explain the situation, and she's like, "Yeah, you're kind of on your own, basically. Um, like I can't do anything about this shift because it's not like a medical emergency. You're gonna have to ask like either somebody to cover it for you, or ask like the actual top manager and see what she's able to do for you." Um, so the next day, I ask the actual top manager. She's like, "Yeah, I can't really promise anything, but I'll try." Um, I also like look at the rota myself. I look at who's on shift, and I'm like, okay, who can I ask to try cover me? I only really see two options, and one of them it's it's a much harder shot convincing them. So I asked the first person. He says no because he's got stuff that day. That's fair. Um, but oh my god, I dropped my fucking combo. God damn it. Um, but no, he's got stuff that day. Whatever. Second person, I deign Is that a word? I don't know. Um, I deigned to not ask them for a bit, assuming deign is a word. DEIGN. I don't know if that sounds right. But I don't ask them right away because blah blah blah, some bullshit. Don't worry about it. Uh, and then today, this is when I get a chance to see the like top manager instead of just like message her, and we talk about it a little bit more. I propose my ideas for me to get the day off. She proposes her ideas, um, and eventually it works, and I get the day off. Yay! Although as a bit of a trade, I now need to do the opening shift on this coming Monday, which wouldn't be a problem, except I'm doing the closing shift this coming Sunday, and it's like, oh, well, that's gonna suck. Um, but I'll manage, whatever. In my mind, this is like important enough to feel justified. Um, God, there's so much more gameplay in those sections now. It's crazy. Uh, what am I doing? Yeah. So I've got that day off, but I've got some horrible shifts to make up for it. Neat. Um, but that last photography course day should be very good. And then I'm also just gonna sign up for the next term of the course because it's just fun. Uh, I get to talk to a bunch of people that have the same hobby as me. Funnily enough, that was stupid of me. I don't want to watch an ad, so oh well, maybe no, I don't. I don't need rings that badly anymore. Um, thanks, I guess. Shit. I don't mean to do this. Whatever. Yeah. What the fuck is this? Pink click. Oh, it is Lego. Okay, the minifigures just look bad. Well then. Motherfucker, that means I swapped a mission that I had. Oh, damn it. Whatever. We'll fucking play more of the game. But no, I like the photography course. It's a good excuse to talk to people that have the same hobby as me. It's a good excuse to socialize just in general and feel like I have a social circle and I'm engaging with an aspect of community. And also, as much as I like photography, I'm not always that good at like going out and doing it. Uh, Jesus, I should drink a bit more before talking. Um, but I'm not always that good at actually going out and doing photography. So the course is a nice way to force myself to do it, uh, without it actually like feeling like a problem or anything. It's just like, oh yeah, now I'm going out, cool. Um, it's like when I go out and I take photos, I'm having fun. It's just that initial going out step that I'm not always good at, basically. Um, but the course is like yeah, I'm guaranteed to go out, see interesting places, do interesting things. So we're all good. Um, honestly, no, none of that is what made today weird. Because, after I had, like, confirmed that, okay, yeah, I have the day off, I needed to message somebody in the photography class that was, like, going to give me a lift on the day. Um, so I go on Facebook on my desktop because it's just a bit easier to type. Uh, and when I'm on Facebook, I see a post. Uh, I unfriended like everybody I knew in high school on Facebook, except for like two people, because I was like actually friends with them. One of those people I haven't spoke to in about like 8 years or something. But I didn't unfriend him. He's still awesome. Uh, but when I went on Facebook, I saw that he shared a post saying to some like basically somebody in my year in high school died. And I'm 24. I just turned 24. In fact, I was held back a year, so everybody in my year is 23, except for me. So it's a bit weird to be like, yeah, one of them died. Like they're not alive. They don't like exist on this earth anymore. Like, huh? That's not right. You're not supposed to die at 23. Um, and for the record, like I knew the guy. Obviously, we did go to school together, and my school and my year were small enough to where everybody kind of knew each other. And especially nearer the end of high school, everybody was like reasonably friendly with one another. But like this guy wasn't my friend. I'm not like upset personally that he died, but I am like shocked, you know, because it's like that's really weird. Huh? How? Why did he? No, huh? Um, I couldn't really find out how he died either, which didn't really help the situation. Um, that is until one of my. I don't. Can you even say this word on you? Fucking. Apparently, he committed suicide. Which, to be fair, yeah, that is like the most explainable reason for somebody in my age bracket to die outside of like an accident or I guess murder, but that's not super likely. Um, so yeah, suicide. That sucks. Just plain and simple. Um, so weird thing to have seen. Oh, I fucked the timing horribly on that. I guess bosses are more interactive now that dodging is really lenient at, so never mind. Um, but yeah, strange thing. I've not been quite sure. Like in a sense, I don't need to process it. Like I don't really like. I never really knew the guy. Again, I'm not like upset strictly, but I also think if I didn't care at all, I would probably just be trying to go to sleep right now. And I probably care slightly if I am like recording this video in some vague attempt to like parse my thoughts on the situation, I guess. What a what a strange thing. I am only in contact with like two people from my high school, and one of those people I don't think is in contact with anybody else. He might not have even heard this news, such that I will probably, get to be the one to reveal it to him whenever we next VC. Um, so that's a something, I guess. Um, yeah. Honestly, those are the main things I wanted to talk about, but I don't know, I could just talk about other stuff. I kind of thought about doing like a talking about gender stuff while playing Sonic Dash video, because gender stuff has been on my mind. Although I honestly don't want to do that unless like nobody else is in the house, just in case, you know. Um, but hi, uh, yeah. I hope Sonic Dream Team comes. I didn't mean to do that. Whatever. I hope Sonic Dream Team comes to other platforms soon so I can fucking play it. That'd be nice. You know, they're adding Shadow to the game for like December, and it's like, oh, that's when the movie comes out and shit. Damn! Imagine if people could play the game that they're adding him to. Um, God, like, I'm excited for movie 3. I think it's gonna be hopefully like a pretty good time. Hopefully a better time than movie 1 and 2 were. Um, but I think I'm high key, honestly. I was gonna say I'm more excited for the Shadow Generations movie level. That might not actually be true. Um, but like it could be. If it's as good as the levels in Shadow Generations already are, it'll it'll just be really good. I'm kind of excited to see the movie Shadow model with like Doom wings and shit like that. Um, Crazy if those powers fucking make it into the movie. Um, They wouldn't. They wouldn't. It would be a bit early and a bit weird to do that, but it would be sick. Um, Whoa, that was a nice little. Okay, so I was distracted by the lag spike and I killed myself. No. Even though you would give me a red star ring otherwise. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, fuck, we're very close to the movie coming out. Actually, for that matter, the reason that I, like, asked my managers for that Saturday off instead of just phoning in sick is because when the movies come out, or when movie 3 comes out, I am probably going to phone in sick. If I'm not already off that day. Because, funnily enough, I want to watch the movie. Crazy how that works. Are those the only two I could upgrade? Alright, whatever. I guess we'll play Snowdrift Sonic in the spirit of Christmas. Um, I've not played this skin in a while. I forgot how frosted the tips were. It's a weird looking skin, isn't it? I've honestly, like, I have, like, Sonic Dash autism. I have Sonic autism, but I have Sonic Dash autism. I thought about, like, remaking the tier list for, like, a fourth time, except just completely starting from scratch. Because, like, some characters have received texture updates. I think there have even been some model updates, although genuinely do not quote me on that. And I think it could be fun to, like, go through stuff. I think animation updates have certainly happened for some amount of characters. I kind of don't want to play Snowdrift Sonic on. Okay, that. I was, like, not dead immediately, even though I fucking swiped off a pit. That's interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind. Play Long Claw. Play Baby Sonic and Celebration of the movie. I don't want to do either of those things. I don't want to play. This game has too many characters. I've never, like, actually thought that before. But, like, I got, like, crazy decision paralysis deciding who to play now, because there's just shit tons. Look at that, 94! And there are technically characters I'm missing. Ish. There's, like, some crossover characters that I just wasn't playing the game during whenever they, like, came out. Ah, fucking whatever, man. Let's play Warrior Shadow, because it's the Year of Shadow. Year of Shadow's been good, though. Certainly not, like, a Year of Luigi thing. Like, no, they were spitting. They were cooking. I think Sonic X Shadow Generations is the best, like, pack in, like, the series. Like, Sonic Generations was already one of the best games in the series. Shadow Generations is now one of the best games in the series. And Sonic X Shadow Generations, you got both of them. that's crazy. But then Shadow Generations on its own, I think, is, like, it is genuinely either the first or second best 3D game in the series, to me. Because I liked Adventure 2 the first time I played it, and then I had that, like, oh, Adventure 2 is actually kind of, thing that everybody has. And then I've, like, wrapped back around to just being like, actually, SC2 might be, like, fucking insanely peak. And I think I like SC2 more than I like Generations. But then Shadow Generations, honestly clears Sonic Generations by quite a bit. And it's like, oh, do I think this is better than SC2? Maybe. I do think it's the best 3D control that a Sonic game has ever had. Honestly, I think the 2D control is, this is an opinion that quite a lot of people sort of ended up having in a row, but, like, with Superstars having come... Why is the Hello, video game? Jesus. Um, oh my god, that is fucking crazy story right now. What the fuck? It's just Sonic Dash. Sorry, I'll fucking stare at Mushroom Hill Zone apparently. Um, yeah, what was I even fucking saying there all of a sudden? Yeah, okay. Um, Sonic Superstars came out and wasn't really all that good. And I think for a lot of, like, core Sonic fans, it sort of was a real, like, what actually is the classic Sonic gameplay style supposed to be doing at this point in official works? Because it doesn't seem like the official works can really do that much more to advance it. Um, and then Shadow Generations comes out. Every Act 2 is 2D, and they're incredible. They're really, really fucking fun. The level design is like super good for all of them. Shadow, I'm getting hiccups. Shadow's movement feels crazy good. The way like the Doom powers are used, like it does some very nice, cool, interesting, like reaction based path choosing shit, and a lot of people, myself included, in having like experienced that with Shadow Generations, are now having a sort of like, dude, the advanced games and the rush games and shit were like actually trying to advance 2D Sonic beyond like the design philosophies of the original trilogy. Um, and now Shadow Generations has done that as well, such that like I I kind of don't want to see like a normal classic style Sonic game again from Sega. If they're going to do 2D Sonic, I think like they should do closer to what Shadow Generations was doing in its 2D levels, because that's really, really fun. And I think they can get a lot of mileage out of that. Um, we'll see, of course. Um, in general, I am more interested in the 3D titles in the series than the 2D titles. Although, having said that, Mania is still my favorite Sonic game, so it's like, you know. Um, I mean, God, that's the other thing. Right? Oh, Jesus, I thought I didn't even make that jump. But yeah, no, that's the other thing, right? I can say all this stuff about how, like, oh, the evolution of the 2D classic formula, blah, 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 whatever. Mania is my favorite game in the series. So it's like, okay, clearly I'm flexible, I guess, is the way of putting it. Um, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Um, for what it's worth, like, you go really. What is that? Oh, interesting. I noticed that I was using my dash animation under there instead of like the rolling animation, which is typically the animation you take when you're in like tunnels and loops and shit like that. Um, hmm. Will research, I suppose. Uh, but no, we are once again in a state kind of oh, what's next for game Sonic? Because we've got the uh the movie stage for Shadow Generations, obviously. Um, Dream Team is still getting updates, and then Rumble is like due to release globally, which will presumably be supported for however long. Um, but what's next? Um, if we're lucky, Sonic X Shadow Generations just gets like. Well, if we're really lucky, it gets free DLC like or like Frontiers did. But if we're lucky in like a simpler term, paid DLC is like fine, whatever. I can deal with it. Um, I'd really be more interested in Shadow Generations DLC than Sonic Generations DLC at this point, just with like the gameplay. But you know, Sonic Generations DLC would go hard as well. So no, they could just add more levels to that game for like a little bit. That would hold people over. Just add like one level every like couple months or something. That would be something to do to latch onto. We'll see. Um, we could also just be closer to like a different title entirely. I don't know. We'll see. Um, I mean, for what it's worth, like I don't want to sit and keep on doing this what's next thing. Insofar as like, I mean, this is pretty much the best that we have been eating in like a while, you know. So I don't want to do some like why isn't there food on my plate currently thing. Also, there is food on my plate currently. It's called the third movie. Um, but you know, it's interesting to speculate. You know, one thing I think is Jeff Fowler, director of the Sonic movies, posted the concept art, like the first piece of concept art for Sonic Movie 3 the other day. It was just Shadow in a tube talking to Maria, of course. Not talking to, you know what I mean. It's like midnight, give me a break, okay? Um, by the way, the fact that it's so late is why my voice probably sounds very, like, not good. So be kind to me in the comment section, please. Um, okay, you don't need to be nice to me for that one. That was admittedly my mistake. Um, but no, Jeff Fowler posted the concept art, blah blah blah. I saw a quote retweet. Oh yeah, Warrior Shadow's also not maxed, even though I got the amount of cards required to max him. And Surge and Mephiles, but whatever, let's play Oni Mephiles. Um, 7 minutes, that's short. That's really short. I guess they changed the countdown timer? Interesting. I mean, fuck, let's just keep going, I guess. Um, oh wow, it's not midnight, I thought, okay, never mind. Oh yeah, oh no, okay, Jeff Farley posted concept art, blah blah blah. I saw like a quote retweet that said like, this man single-handedly, like, saved this franchise. And that is like a very hyperbolic comment in a lot of ways. The Sonic series would probably, I mean, it would still be going even without the movies. Um, and obviously, single-handedly ignores the fact the movies are collaborative efforts. But like, oh wait, yeah, I'm not getting cards because I'm out of cards. Right, sorry, I was confused for a second. Um, but despite the hyperbole, I think that tweet posits an interesting hypothetical, which is like, I guess where actually would we be without the movies? Because like, I've been like a core Sonic fan all my life. I don't really care about the movies all that much. Like I do, but I don't. You know. Um, After the first one, I basically didn't give a shit. The second one is sort of what invited a bit more faith in me, and then Shadow is, or movie 3 is sort of doing like the hype cycle all over again. But again, like I don't strictly care about these movies all that much, but it is absolutely undeniable how much they rejuvenated public interest in this series. Like that effect can't be overstated. They both grossed like very high amounts. They got tons of like new toys, new merch, new clothing and shit. And they got like more kids interested in Sonic, and that's kind of the part that matters because it is like a kids series. Um, and I think like, I mean, I'll hazard a guess. We would have got Colors Ultimate either way. Um, Origins, I'm honestly not sure. Because, first of all, we actually know that, like, the development of that game had, like, a pretty quick turnaround because of, like, you know, it was a bit rushed and shit. But, we, we probably wouldn't have got Origins because as, like, a compilation, its whole purpose is to, like, introduce new Sonic fans to the Origins, funnily enough. No Shadow Generations in a million fucking years because we wouldn't be getting the third movie. with Shadow and tying into Shadow and stuff like that. Um, and then Frontiers, uh, I believe we like know this for a fact that it was afforded like more development time and a higher budget because like Sonic Team basically campaigned to Sega and said like, "Hey, look, the movies are doing well. Uh, this is a brand that people trust. Can we please take more time with it, and then it'll be better, and that'll be good for brand." And then they were like, "Yeah, okay, sure." Is I suppose the story. I'm going left because I don't fucking trust Mushroom Hill anymore. Um, I'm probably vastly oversimplifying that last point, but it's like, oh, so without the movies, Frontiers also just doesn't come out anything like it actually came out. Um, and that's just interesting, you know? Would we have basically gotten like Forces 2 without the movies? You know, who knows? I don't know. So I am, in spite of finding the movies like kind of whatever, I am absolutely grateful for what they represent for the series. Would we even have gone Prime? When was Prime? How long? I don't know if we would have gone Prime or not because I don't actually know, like, sort of. I don't remember when it was announced, and I don't know, like, the turnover on, like, production for a show of that scale. Um, so, you know, maybe we would have gone Prime either way. Um, but still, it's truly a curious little thing. Those gosh darn Sonic movies, that gosh darn Jeff Fowler. Um, I do hope movie 3 is good. I expect it to be like fine. Um, but like, so my thought process is like Sonic 1's kind of the boring one that everybody's like, yeah, it's completely inoffensive. Sonic 2 brings in like better character arcs and more game elements and is like a notable improvement. But it's still sort of like written in a particular way that's hard to sort of have fun with, I guess. Even in like the trailer for movie 3, there's a lot of that like quippy MCU type shit. And you know, um oh, I was not okay, we're gonna have to experiment a little bit more. Um but yeah, obviously like the Sonic series is for kids. Sonic as a character is supposed to be fairly like sassy and like talk shit, you know. Um, it's more like the movies just aren't quite as like good at it, you know. Um, it's a lot less like Sonic making an actual joke and a lot more like references, you know. Um, that fucking line about Tails be the kids saying to Tails, "Are you Detective Pikachu?" and Knuckles being like, "Ha, he does look like a Pokemon." Um, that drove me insane. But you know, we'll see. We'll see. Um, I mean, fuck, it's only like 3 weeks or something until the movie comes out, so we're we're very close. I hope it does well. Um, it comes out what the same day as that fucking Lion King live action thing. So hopefully it like washes the floor with that. Well, that would have been a good opportunity to test whether I can actually dash over gaps like that. Um, oh well. Well, I'll probably stop playing like soon because I feel like I've. Oh, yeah. Okay. Um, I mean, let's upgrade my fucking characters that I can upgrade, I guess. This screen is still a bit laggy when you've got like a lot of characters. Um, so you know, upgrade Valentine's Wish. Scroll down a bunch. Anybody else? Doesn't seem like it. Nice. Um. Okay, no, I think it's. I was gonna say with the way the current system works, I should be able to get cards for every single character because I own every single character. There are some characters that I visibly do not have cards on though, but like that could just be luck, pretty much. So I don't know. We'll see. Was that my only mission? Nice. Why are these two only in 4 minutes? Well, whatever. Yeah, thanks for watching, Mudcard. I'm going to bed now. Bye.